Great to be asked here today, so thank you to CompAid for inviting me to speak about knowledge management. If anyone can't hear me, please indicate in the chat box so I can know if I need to speak up or speak more slowly. Today we're going to talk about this problem of capturing expertise, no matter where you are in your organization, and about how to be a partner in corporate knowledge management. Thinking about knowledge management, you are really looking at 3 different phases. First, you want to do an internal scan to figure out what is important, what's important in your organization. Then you want the right tools and techniques for storing and transferring knowledge. And you want to do an environmental scan, which is a business school look at what your company is doing, so you are sure you are gathering what you actually need to capture. One of the most important issues to consider, all of your efforts require dedicating valuable and finite corporate resources. So for any company, knowledge is your lifeblood. And with that, let's drill down and examine how best to deploy those finite corporate resources to retain your critical information. Of the 3 strategies is your upfront action to stratify your corporate knowledge and decide what's important. Remember, the crux of this work is to wisely deploy limited resources in the pursuit of retaining your most valuable knowledge. So let's look at how to do that. First, you want to slice and dice your organizational chart to find your experts. What does that mean? Well, when you are looking for your experts, ask yourself these questions to make sure you are capturing the most valuable information and the information you are most likely to lose if you don't move on it. So you look at your organizational chart for specific critical leadership and managerial roles. You consider things like, fills this role currently, has filled this role recently, and who's being groomed to fill this role. When you are knowledgeable employees, also consider who has been around the longest, who is most likely to leave within the next 6 to 12 months, who is the recognized expert in that department, and that may not be the person around the longest. So again, looking at who is your recognized expert. It's important to make sure you look at some people who might not be obvious at first glance. Think about people who you think are unimportant. Company is paying them. They are doing something for that exchange of value. If you aren't sure what they're doing, find out what it is. The least obvious roles are some of the most important ones. We found that the people who are in supporting roles to the quote-unquote important people often know more than the big guys, and it's based in neuroscience. It has to do with the way their brains are wired. People in support positions, livelihoods, their paychecks, and sometimes their survival hinge on keeping somebody important happy. Their brain picks up on nuances, notices stuff that quote-unquote important people don't bother to notice. They know a lot. So when you are looking for important people, consider the people who support them too. Next is don't overlook the obvious. And by that I mean what you think is obvious information or people or anything where you might be tempted to say, everybody knows that. Well, you might not believe it, but not everybody does. In fact, if everybody knows something today and you don't write it down or capture it in some way for the future, everybody will not know it tomorrow. And this is a corollary to that's always done it. So you think there's no need to pay much attention. Yes, pay attention. 2 reasons. That your next generation of employees won't know it if you don't capture it. And second is that sometimes by putting the obvious under a microscope, you might find out that it is the way to do it, but it might not be the best way to do it. Learning the obvious can lead to improvements over the way you've always done it too. So companies are learning organizations. Organizations are growing organizations. They respond to the market. They respond to changes in technology. So in order to grow and thrive, put your assumptions under a microscope. The other one is taking obvious people for granted. Sometimes you think, oh, those people aren't going anywhere. Are you so sure about that? I mean, this gets back to the idea of stratifying your organizational chart. Make sure you're familiar with the people in key positions and what they do. They might win the lotto and say, take this job and shove it. And they get on a jet and go to Hawaii, never to be seen again. Do not take people for granted when you're looking for your experts. There we go. Okay. Okay, you have found the people you need to talk to as part of your knowledge capture. You most likely have isolated your experts. People you want to interview, record, job shadow, capture information in a way that you can replicate what they do and bottle the information they have that makes them experts. Capturing knowledge from experts is its own special type of expertise. You want to have a process in place, and you want that process to support them and to support you. You want to have a system for storing, transferring information inside your organization. We often think of this as the domain of the training department or an HR function, but it is more than that. You often find that capturing, storing, and transferring critical information is part of every unit and function. Think about sales and marketing. Think engineering department. Think your regulatory compliance unit, your manufacturing division. In addition to training and HR, there are places where critical information is stored and transferred informally or not at all, and that is often where the most essential information is housed. Let's look at how to capture knowledge from experts no matter where you are in the organization or no matter what your function is in the organization. The biggest challenge with capturing expert knowledge is the fact that you are working with experts. So, what a challenge. Well, experts have reached a level of expertise in which they are unconscious competence. That is, they are so well informed on their subjects that they don't even realize how much they know. And it's likely that the expert you are working with has forgotten more than you ever know about their subject.
Hi there, I hope you enjoyed that last clip. My name is Michael Maludis, and if you'd like to watch the full 60 minutes of that last webcast, while also gaining complete unlimited access to our entire library of IT learning, simply visit our subscribe page at greatpro.org/subscribe. Unlimited annual access is $199 per year, but if you use the coupon code LEARN2EARN, you can drop that membership fee to just $149. That's less than $13 per month for unlimited access to over 1,000 hours of on-demand career development, covering the entire spectrum of IT management best practices, including business analysis and requirements, software development, quality and testing, risk management, process improvement, project management, and even digital transformation. But your membership doesn't just give you unlimited access to our vast learning library. You also get free access to our mobile app, as well as direct access to our network of over 300 of the world's leading IT consultants, all of whom are dedicated to putting practical knowledge at your fingertips so that you can learn more and earn more. I hope you will join me in becoming a member of the Great IT Professional and advancing your career with us. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button above so that you get notified whenever we publish new free webcasts each week of the year. Thank you for your time and best wishes for your continued success.